What type of property should I buy? Well, let's talk about it. Hey, everybody, I'm Tiffany Watts, a local realtor here in Northeast Tennessee. If you're thinking about making a move to Johnson City or the surrounding towns, feel free to reach out. Here is my contact info. Maybe you've already decided you want to relocate here to the Johnson City area, but now you need to know what type of property you should buy. Well, that's going to depend on your needs. Maybe your situation is you have children and you want your kids to be able to play with other neighborhood children. Well, of course, you're going to need to live in a neighborhood or a subdivision. Some of our neighborhoods have HOAs, but not all of them. Now, the homes that are in HOAs, typically those houses are newer. And when I say newer, I'm referring to at least starting in the 2000s. And most of them usually have garages. Now, if a neighborhood doesn't have an HOA, then they can still sometimes have certain restrictions. Such as, for example, say there's a neighborhood and there's actually a vacant lot there. There may be a restriction that you can't just bring in a mobile home and park it there. There might be some type of restriction that says it has to be a site-built home with at least this much square foot. Now, there are some nice neighborhoods in Johnson City. There's Highland Park, Mount Castle Hills, Shadowwood, Steeplechase. And you can also look into the neighborhoods that are in the small towns just outside of Johnson City, in like Irwin, Elizabethton, Gray, Jonesboro. Now, come this spring, I do plan to do some neighborhood tour videos. I don't want to do them yet just because it's a little ugly outside being winter time, so I would prefer it be a little bit nicer. Maybe your situation is you have children, but you don't necessarily want to be in a neighborhood. You want to be a little bit more secluded where your kids can go outside and play safely. Maybe you'd like for them to be able to explore the woods. If this is the case, you'll likely need to live outside of the city limits. You'll probably need a couple acres or more and not located on a busy street. Or maybe a piece of land where the house isn't located super close to the road, but instead kind of tucked away back into it with a long driveway. You may also want to consider some of the smaller towns that are a little bit further out from Johnson City, like Bluff City, Limestone, Chuckey, Telford. And a lot of the homes in those towns are going to be older homes, maybe built in the 60s or older, and sometimes they don't have garages. And maybe you're really wanting some privacy. If privacy is very important to you, then we might have to look for property where there's several acres, and even then it can be kind of difficult because you can have a parcel that's oddly shaped and say it's only so much wide, and they have the house right there on the road, and then there's another house, but the bulk of your property just keeps going back, and you could have like 40 acres all behind the house, but that doesn't really help you if you're looking for privacy. So it's really going to take us looking at each individual house and seeing, okay, where's the house located in comparison to other homes? How wide is the land? How deep does it go back? And also note that the higher you go in acreage, the less house you get, kind of. So if you have a certain budget and you just decide, okay, now I need more acreage. So more than likely, the homes are not going to be as nice because now a lot of the value is going towards the land instead of the structure. So if you're wanting to up your acreage but keeping your budget the same, then just know that the homes will likely get uglier. But then again, that's definitely going to depend on what price range you're in. Maybe you're hating the world and you're wanting to really get away, maybe live off the land, grow your own food, have animals. Some clients who want to move their whole extended family and just purchase a huge piece of property like 100 acres and build multiple homes on it. There's plenty of property that's like that as well. 100 acres can range anywhere from 150,000 up into the millions. It just depends on the quality of the land. If it's rolling hills, if it's forested, cleared, if it's a mountainside cliff, or maybe you're retired. You're looking for a nice community to live in, something that's going to take care of maybe the exterior maintenance of the home. You're wanting a simple, smaller home, maybe a single story to eliminate those stairs. Not a big yard, close to hospitals and grocery stores. A PUD, which stands for Planned Unit Development, may be a good option for you. Able to find a couple that were available around the $250,000 price point, and most of them are priced between $300,000 to $400,000, and those are new construction. There's the Fairhaven subdivision, villas at the Old Mill, Chase Meadows, Willow Springs Reserve, and a few more. Now, the HOA prices on those can get a little hot, with a lot of them being around $200 a month. And now, if you're not interested in a PUD or those higher HOA fees, then there are other options. There are single story ranch style homes that are on smaller lots that could be an option for you as well. And a side note, there are lawn companies around here that can be hired as well to help elderly people maintain their home. But those ranch style homes, they are out there. Not a lot of them, but they're there. All right, one last thing I want to talk about. If you're looking for property with beautiful mountain views, then this is one of my favorite areas to look. So between Johnson City and Greenville, 11E is the main road that goes there. South of 11E has some of the most amazing views of the Cherokee National Forest. Right along here on Conklin Road has got to be one of my absolute favorites. And this video was taken from a listing I was showing a couple months ago in that general area. But anyway, I hope you found this video helpful, and please consider subscribing. Thanks.